Always a good night at the museum. I had to go ahead and start, Taylor. Good to see you on this wonderful evening.
Always.
We just already been here chopping it up, and we'll sit here and have a whole night at the museum before the show even starts. So,
That's how the game go.
yeah.
This is the pregame at the museum.
Real quick, it's not necessarily a one-on-one, but it's kind of rare. I feel like it's kind of like non-fungible. We always try to talk about art, creative ways of doing it. Bless you, by the way. But you gave me this.
I stay blessed.
You blessed me with this.
Mm-hmm.
My golden bill, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would almost say this is non-fungible. You can't just replace this with another. You can't give me $1 and I'll take it. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, this still player, this beautiful piece of equipment. Shout out Kanye. I don't know if you are able to get it or if you're able to listen to the album, but I got mine. It's pretty dope. Whatever. I can't go and get an iPod Touch or like the old iPod player and be like, yo, I'm not going to exchange you out for this. It doesn't do the same thing. So only a Donda stem player does what a Donda stem player does. So I can't swap it out for another one or anything like that. So that's kind of similar way of explaining what an NFT is. It is something that it's unique, first of all. It's a non-fungible token, so it's not like a currency, but it does have a unique identifier that exists on the blockchain. And we always break it down, but one of the easiest ways I'm thinking about it, I was talking to my buddy about it, and I looked at it. This car company, Alfa Romero, they actually have released a car called the Tonal, and this car comes with an NFT. And it sits on the blockchain, the ledger, and basically, whenever the car is serviced, it's always going to be created on the NFT. So if you ever were to sell your Alfa Romero Tonal in the secondary market, your NFT will have all the information showing that you did all the services and everything on there was up to date. So it's basically a ledger for record keeping, smart contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just one way or one aspect of it. That's one of the utilities that they have with purchasing this vehicle and having the NFT to the vehicle is that you always will see the service records. It will exist on there. They can never be faked or replicated. The utility I have with my Donda player is that it comes preloaded with music. I can change different things in a song, but it's unique and it provides a certain type of utility. The Alfa Romero vehicle that comes with the NFT, it's a unique vehicle, and it has a utility of being able to track any service without worrying about it being fake or corrupted.
Yeah, I would say it's like next level Carfax, immutable Carfax.
Facts. The beautiful Carfax. Okay.
That comes with like you're very well aware when you purchase this car that the Carfax aren't external. It comes as you have access to it. You have access to the ledger without paying any additional fees. Like you got your Carfax. But I would say that analogy you made with the stem player. If we're just looking at as far as players, I think that's true. But I think what would make it like that analogy like completely comparable to like comparing it to and making it an NFT would be if because we can all go buy one. Like at the end of the day, we can all go buy one. As much as materials will permit, we can all go buy one. But I would say what would make that stem player hold the same rarity as an NFT would be if it was a stem player where Donda 2 was loaded on it and Kanye West himself remixed the song, like chopped it up, moved it around, made it a little different, and it exists just on this stem player. Now
that particular stem player is going to fetch a high sum in the secondary market.
and he could do it 1,000 days in a row. Now it's a thousand piece NFT collection. Uh, you know what I'm saying? Like
I like
he
that.
the
Yeah,
sound of it. That's the NFT collection. That's the physical. That's the physical and the metaphysical at this point because we can sell the sound that he remakes and hey, here's a player with it loaded on it.
facts. Yeah,
That's where I look at it.
yeah.
For sure.
Um, I have been like really exploring the place of like music NFTs and how artists are doing that. I found some Twitter spaces that have a lot on it and they really go into it.
Hmm.
But I think it's interesting and a lot of artists, anybody that's doing music, any musical artists that are doing their thing, if you're doing like some NFT, if you're in the Web3 space, please holler at us at Night at the Museum. I'd love to have you on. I want to talk more about my musicians,
Oh,
people
for
that are
sure.
doing that because that's like it's a different kind of vibe.
Oh, for sure. Let's talk. That's an interesting space because there's so many directions you can go with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many directions you can go with it. Whether you're selling, like, whether you're attaching the utility that you're attaching is like in physical access, like backstage or whatever, or if you're attaching royalties to it, like,
Yeah,
or if you're attaching like exclusive versions of EPs that you release, like this one has a exclusive song, or
yeah.
just there's just so many.
TikToks, like TikTok vibes, turn it into an NFT. Like, what does that look like?
Oh shit, they've been NFT's been selling his tweets for a while now. Tweets been selling his NFTs for a while now. So it's the same thing. Same model, different platform. Just like YouTube has in its plans to uh it's integrating NFTs into its platform. They don't know how they're gonna do it yet, but they've made their mind up that they are going to. So as a content creator on YouTube, you'll automatically be able to mint your video into an
That's
NFT
dope.
in some
That's
way.
dope.
So like your subscribers can support you on a whole new level. Like shoot, you can send them super chats and purchase your NFT. Like so if we see you, you send a super chat and then like your avatar is an NFT from my particular channel. How could I ignore you in the comments?
Mm,
Or, you know what I mean? Like,
facts.
why would I do that? Somebody that's supporting on that level, like
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
if you stand a content creator or stand an artist, like, or you know what I'm saying, if that's just the vibe that you want to project, because we all signal with the clothes that we wear. Somebody pulls
Yeah.
up at the grocery store with their windows down, bumping music. It's for a reason. They're trying to send a message, like, and if you
Yeah.
tribe, you get it when you hear it. So it's the same thing. We're just gonna be signaling it in a whole different way. Like we're signaling digitally in the metaverse. Like
That's
so
real.
interesting.
That is real. Well, like you said, with the different signaling as it changes and we go into this metaverse, people aren't buying roses anymore. They giving them NFTs. Put the gift in that digital wallet or that hard wallet. What's in there? What kind of crypto is she playing with? That's
That's
what
the gift that keeps on giving. That's the gift that keeps on giving. Like, and if she knows, she knows, or if he knows, he
Facts.
knows. But that's a gift
Facts.
that has the potential to keep on giving. Because if I give you flowers in the physical, hey, there's no residuals to that. Like you got a couple of weeks tops, and that last week gonna be rough because they on their way out.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not just Alfa. It's not just Alfa Romero. Ferrari is also getting into the NFT game. I think this is something that's becoming mainstream a lot faster than a lot of people thought. Warren Buffett, for instance, he was a person who was like strictly against crypto. Charlie Munger, like the old money investors, really against it. And just recently, Warren Buffett dumped 1 billion into Neobank. It's a bank that specializes in crypto.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, even Daddy Warbucks is making the turnaround.
Absolutely.
And I'm interested in seeing like how far this goes because like everybody's saying like I do believe that we are at the beginning. I do believe like it's still very early, but also I think everything is happening so fast, and people may be adopting and adapting to this space a lot quicker than others think.
I agree. I agree, but I think individuals such as Warren Buffett, like they know the game and they know the rules. Like regardless,
They know the game. You're right. You're right.
especially early, follow the money. Whether it's in crypto, we talking about euros, you talking about dollar, we talking about yen. Come on now, follow the money.
Yeah.
Like that's where
I
everything.
had to go ahead and get this. I'm looking to give us a couple of episodes. We got to have a couple museum trips in the metaverse.
Absolutely.
Ready for it. If you got some art, I want to go visit a dope artist and whatever metaverse they're in, let me know. We got the tools. We ready. Um, one of the reasons we started this is to help bring this to the culture and at the same time create the culture. So I'm challenging all artists to do exactly that. Create in the form you can and share it. We'd love to talk about it. Uh, Real quick, Taylor, I do want to plug our Discord,
Mm-hmm.
the Bohemian Regal Discord.
Good.
Our IG is bohemianregal.NFT. Y'all need to follow that and just get updates and continue to help us build the story. It's
For
beautiful. It's
sure.
amazing.
For sure.
It's sexy.
For sure, the goal is consistent content. Working our way to daily and consistent content.
Yes.
That's the goal, for sure. Highlighting, curation, news breaking, all of that.
So I'm looking for, real quick, we're going to have some more guests on here, but until then, I'm going to keep giving people some knowledge. Like one of this good book I'm reading right now, Bitcoin in Black America.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent read. My guy Isaiah Jackson, he basically breaks down from his point of view Bitcoin and how it shaped Black America. It's a good read. It's easy read. I would suggest people check it out. Big disclaimer: we tell everybody this is not financial advice. Do your research, no matter what. Research, research, research.
For sure.
I can't tell people more, to do their research.
So what have you gotten from it so far?
So what now?
Because I haven't read it, in complete transparency, but the title is gripping. So I mean, it catches my interest. So what have you gotten from it so far? What?
Basically, it's basically his point of view of the need for us to separate from some of the banking institutions, and it highlights people that are already working heavily in cryptocurrency,
Facts.
people of color. So I think it's a dope read.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
Matter of fact, I'll reach out and see if he can get on the show. Matter of fact, yeah,
yeah, why not?
it'd be cool. It'd be cool to have him on there.
So what are your thoughts about Black America and crypto in general?
Ooh, hold on 1 second. I do have thoughts on that though. You asked me what my thoughts are. Hold on. So you asked me, what are my thoughts on Black America and crypto?
Yes. What are your thoughts on your people in crypto? What's up? What do you think?
You know what? Scared money don't make no money.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And I like Jordans. I like chain. I like a lot of ratchet stuff, right? But time out. Time out. We need assets. Like not only the house, not only the multi-family unit, not only the commercial property. We need digital assets. We need intellectual property. We do need the doctors. We do need the lawyers. We do need the teachers. We need the visioneers. We need the people that are the architects of the future. That's definitely what we need, and we need to make it sexy to do your research and have diversity and be abundant in multiple assets.
That's the
Like
thing. That's the thing.
without trying to show it, like you know what I mean?
Doing your research is not sexy, and it will never be sexy. Doing your research is hard. Doing your
Yeah,
research is hard. It's uncomfortable, and it's just so unless you like are in love with learning, which is few people, and especially if it's not something that sparks your interest. then it's never gonna be sexy. That's the thing. We got to get over that. Like, and I mean, you know what I'm saying? And we can get to a point where we can see that we can iterate like the clear reward and the clear value in it. But like as far as sexy, nah, bro. Then, but I think everything you're saying is correct. But and with that, like I think representation is key. Like with this whole
Yeah.
metaverse being established, like at what other point have we been in position while something was being established, like to make a foot?
Shout out to homie Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, he's really involved. Really involved. Very
Yo,
involved.
Snoop Dogg has been repping hard for this Web3. Like, he is a visionary. He's a revolutionary. He's a visionary.
Uncle Snoop always
And
been
he ain't scared. He outside.
facts.
I'm like, okay, all right then. And that was surprising. Now, I mean, it's not surprising. Snoop is intelligent. I respect it, but I did not see. I did not see that move. I didn't see it being him.
That's part of knowing the game and following the money. Like I don't
This man just he bought Death Row,
yeah.
CEO of Death Row. He
that's
also announced that Death Row
a
is going to be
major
putting
flex.
out like as far as hip hop or rap and NFTs, they're going to be doing that thing.
That's a major flex. Such a
Yeah,
major flex.
yeah, yeah. Shout out for some property in the Decentraland. Like somebody give me a deal for some property in the Decentraland.
We gonna
In the
make
sandbox, in Snoop's spot. Like let me know.
close to Snoop spot because it's gonna be lit.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I think the main thing like with with black culture and NFTs is like NFTs, cryptocurrency in general, like you just can't be scared. Like, but it's not just like some video game that you're invested in. It's not
yeah,
like that. But I also think like the American perspective on cryptocurrency is from a place of such privilege because we have our choice of financial institutions. You know what I'm saying?
correct.
Regardless of the debt attached to it, like we have a stable currency. We have a stable currency. We have access to financial institutions. But what about people who live in countries whose dollar or whose currency is
Yeah,
unreliable or who that has no value or
yeah,
their financial institutions do not exist, like so how do
yeah.
they
Crypto is a savior for them. The decentralized world opened up a whole new world for them, literally.
absolutely because they don't have banks but they have smartphones and
Facts.
the internet is everywhere.
You
So
may not have a computer, but you got a smartphone. Yeah,
I read this is a long time ago. This may have been a year ago.
yeah,
Um, I forgot what country it was. It's an African country who they didn't have they didn't have a stable currency, no financial institutions, but they had cell phones. So this is how I know that any money or any method of trade or any as long as we agree on it, it's real. So
yeah,
they didn't have any type of denomination of currency. They had cell phone minutes, but that was currency. So they were
yeah,
trading and transacting in cell phone minutes because they were of value to everyone.
yeah. That's real.
Like, so it's just whatever we agree on. And honestly, there's enough people agreeing on this right now that is real. And
Oh yeah,
there's enough demonstrable value that this is very real.
definitely. And while we do this, I know you said that research and the work, it'll never look sexy to people.
Hmm.
I wanted to, I guess there's a way we can look at things and we approach it where it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Uh, this Regal NFT
Hmm.
project, like we're putting it together right now,
Exactly.
right? And I propose that we talk about it, but also I want to highlight the artists that we love and care about. but we are letting you guys know that we are currently putting together a project, and it is something that is near and dear, and we're going to invite you guys on the journey. You can watch it online. Not everything, but I want to really show people like to go through it. It ain't the easiest thing, but it is a thing, and it is accomplishable. So I'm just gonna ask you, co-founder, like, is that okay? Can we like let people in on a little bit of what we can?
Absolutely. Why not?
Bet, bet.
Why not?
So
Because
I would like to talk about that more in the Discord. So
absolutely.
that's something that we'll talk about in the Discord. Anybody follows the Discord, you can go there, and we'll get the details of that. I'm just excited to get some guests in here. Also, there was one more thing I did want to bring up before I forget. One last thing. It's not even the last thing. I just make sure I have it in my notes actually. Yo, okay. My kid from Spatial Labs. I can never pronounce his name correctly. Idris, I believe is his first name, but he did the Spatial Labs. He did the deal with Jay-Z. He is developing this augmented reality. It's amazing. He just posted something. We got to repost it, the kid, but basically he did a painting right on the camera, and then he took the painting and he flipped it up. And when he showed the painting, you got the augmented reality, the AR version of it, or the digital version of it that popped up, came up superimposed over the realistic version, and so you can see all the aspects of it in 3D. But he was in real world holding it, and then a little barcode popped up, one of one, and so that was dope. The technology is like moving very fast, very fast.
Very fast.
I'll say this: future skills. If people don't know this, future skills that will help you in this new developing world. If you know how to make an AR filter, an augmented reality filter, oh, you're in the game. If you can create an immersive 3D environment, you're in the game. If you want to do some metaverse, VR, marketing, and SEO, oh, you are in the game. If you are a virtual fashion designer, you can design me some fashion. You in the game. And anybody that can do any of those things, we in the game, y'all. Let's go. Let's run.
Man, I think anybody looking to make a career change, like
Yeah.
immediately, not immediately, because it's gonna take some time to learn it, and that's the part that's not sexy. It's the part that's the hard work.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just part of the glow up, the come up. But learn Solidity, like learn how to code in the metaverse. Like the median income for a Solidity developer is $150,000. The median. And
Wow.
right
Yeah.
now, the supply is much smaller than the demand, so you can kind of name your price on these projects, and it's going to be that way for a while, for a long time. You know what I'm saying? While everybody is waking up to this technology, so learn the blockchain, like learn how to create in it, learn how to code in it. Like it's every website that you see now, like every app, every website that you see, that you use, there's another layer of the internet, this web 3.0, that's going to require a different version of it. So the possibilities are endless, and if you learn how to speak the language, like learn how to how to speak, how to develop in Solidity, learn how to code
Yeah.
in Solidity, like that's, you got the keys right there. You can, even if you don't have the creative mind to come up with the app or functionality or the new project, if you know how to speak the language, you can be the one on the back end. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be the
Yeah.
creator, you can be the engineer.
Facts.
And it's kind of like Java, it's
Uh,
not that hard.
no, just keep going.
Hmm.
Just keep going. And if you don't know anything about anything, remember, do your research. But then you can watch us at night at the museum. We're going to keep talking about this. We're going to keep highlighting it. We're going to actually introduce you to some dope artists that got some dope projects going on that you might want to jump in on. So definitely keep it locked. Follow us. Any social media you can find us. Check out the Discord. Follow us on Twitter. But I'm Saint Elsewhere. Got my .eth. Got TaylorWomack.NFT over here. We're going in. And just invite you guys to just come in and get in with the get in.
Yeah, we going in and we stay in there. It's we just going further into this metaverse.
Facts.
That's what it is.
Facts.
So jump on
So
jump on this party bus before it get full.
boy, the spaceship. Because everybody says to the moon. I'm so sick of to the moon. All right. We way past the moon out here, y'all. All right, we passed the moon. We in another galaxy. We in another dimension.
We can't even live.
We in a multiverse.
We can't even live there. What are we going to the moon for? Sights.
Facts.
We setting up shop.
We're going to create our new world, and you guys get to be here doing it. And so we running fast. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to I ain't about to even shout out a bunch of artists because there's so many artists that I have yet to meet that need to be on this platform. So I'm waiting for you. Your tribe is already here. We exist, right? And we'll show you this whole thing about NFTs, this crypto stuff, and build a project because that's what this is. So welcome.
For sure.
Taylor, I had a great night with you at the museum. We gotta do this again soon.
For sure.
So yeah. Hey, I ain't got nothing else, man. If you wanna,
no, that's it.
Lead us off with something. I remember I had a drink with a guy, and he's got to come on the show. He said you reminded him of the Oracle for the Matrix, and I reminded him of Morpheus. And I looked him in the eye. I said, "Neo, let's go." So if you're watching this right now, that's the Oracle. This the Morpheus. You're the Neo. Let's go.
For sure. And that's
it.
All right.
All right, man. It was a good night. I'll holler at you
next time, homie.
next time at the museum.
All right.
Peace.